I'm a bit more interested in how to make these things than watch these things now.
It's working. I'm just going to try and not touch it and then fuck it. So duly noted that neither Toscobble nor Kirsty's character want to survive tonight. That's what I'm reading from you. So that's fine.
The power's gone to your head then.
It was always there.
I lost all the brownie points then.
I'm afraid so. By ridiculing me in your first 5 minutes, in a desperate bid to win points of the other PCs, won't get you anywhere. You had favour with God and you've thrown it all away.
I'm amazed she lasted 5 minutes, really.
Anyway, welcome friends of Team Friendship. We're back. We've got a new member in the crew, Kirsty. Will be joining the group today. Ogden is out with some kind of illness.
I killed him.
Yeah, there's only 5 slots available, so someone has to die before
bumped him off.
Someone new can come into the group. So we're gonna have a little bit around of show and tell. So if everyone could kind of go through their characters for Kirsty and anyone new to the show, to the podcast, to the video, whatever, as benefit, that'd be great. Starting with Simon.
So my character's Stuart Toscobble. He's a halfling rogue. He's incredibly self-centered, doesn't really trust anybody, somewhat cowardly, and is obviously hated by literally everybody at this point. He's also done unspeakable things to the team's dog, which doesn't really help his reputation very
much. You make it sound like it was worse than it really was, to be honest.
But I'm just building up the legend that is Toscobble.
He's just a bit of a shit, but I think everyone likes him now, or more so. That's the way.
I don't know. They were planning to stick him in a jar last time I checked.
Yeah.
I'd still put him in the jar, to be fair.
There you go, Sue.
There we go.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess I can jump in. So hello, I'm Timo. I play the character of Klaus Fallhammer. He's a dwarven cleric. He's basically the healer of the team. He's an ex-military man and is very, very dedicated to his compatriots. He used to have a slightly contentious relationship with his god, but now he's A-OK and is very much preaching the good word of Mortam Barduin wherever he may go. And he's also somewhat the unwilling leader of the party. Trying actively not to be, but sort of ends up in that role.
He just has alpha tendencies.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Shall I go?
Yeah.
All right, I'm Nick. I'm in game. I'm Gully Foil, which is a tiefling warlock, which basically means I have horns and I'm evil. I'm a hermit with and a sort of a fatalistic approach. I also seem to be a bit racist with goblins. But pretty much, I've befriended Timo, and I dislike Toscobble. And I like the dog. that's kind of my character.
Yep. Go, Joe.
I'm Joe. I play Lean in the game. Lean is a human archer who recently achieved his life goal by driving a dragon away from a village that he grew up in. Very pleased with that. And now at a bit of a loose end, he is hanging out with these guys in the adventuring equivalent of a gap year.
What's he going to do after the year's up?
I think it's a very rude to ask anyone on a gap year that question.
Well, okay. My bad.
Dan's not brushed up in his gap year etiquette, clearly.
I didn't know. Why is that rude?
Yeah, he's got to find himself first.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so as we left the crew last week, they were in the midst of battle with their mortal foe that they'd kind of forgotten about, the Black Spider, who is in Wave-Echo Cave, is basically trying to pillage it and find the Forge of Spells. The cave itself is littered with enemies of all types and varieties. So even with his small army of giant spiders and bugbears and etc., hasn't been able to really traverse the cave and find the Forge of Spells. Unbeknownst to them, that's also the objective of Team Friendship. So they're currently at loggerheads. A lot of the initial kind of grief the party ran into at the beginning, Gundren being kidnapped. Gundren is the cousin of Klaus, who initially hired the group to transport some goods and eventually set them on the path to find Wave Echo Cave. He was captured by a goblin group that were incensed by the Black Spider. They also went to a town called Phandelver, where it had been overrun by a mercenary group called the Red Brand, who were also under the control of the Black Spider. So even though I've done a pathetic job of really sort of weaving it into the story, Nezar is the big bad, and they've finally kind of come to meet this guy. But more importantly, Mishka's soul's been found a new home. Found a new home in the mortal enemy of Stuart Toscobble, a red brand by the name of Pill. So Pill's soul presently resides in the jar, and Mishka's resides in Pill's body. A little bit of trivia. I was reading up on Magic Jar earlier on, which is the spell that facilitated this. I've taken a little bit of creative license with it, but most of the rules still stand. If the jar smashes, Pill's body will return to his Pill's soul will return to his body.
What happens to
Good thing I
Mishka's
didn't
soul at
smash
that
the
point?
jar.
Ooh, okay. Are we aware of this?
Not.
Or is it like safe to assume?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine we don't want to smash the jar anyway, because
No, that wasn't like plan A.
We know that we need to get Mishka's body, soul into a dog's body, and we're going to need the jar to do that.
Yeah, like last week you mentioned you had the idea of smashing the jar to kill Pill, but I'm just letting you know that that would have the opposite effect. Maybe I shouldn't have, and I should let you do it, but
I wasn't going to do it.
I was feeling merciful. Okay. So yeah, and at the peak of the battle last time, Toscobble and Ogden had been downed by the giant spiders, and things were looking pretty grim. Mishka had been suggested to by the Black Spider to attack her owner in Ogden. Her attempts hadn't been particularly effective, but obviously, it wasn't a good thing for Ogden to have to go through, to have his newly refound pet go for him. Ogden was tanking a whole bunch and took a load of damage and finally got felled by the giant spiders. Toscobble took his eye off the game, also got taken down by one of the giant spiders. As Mishka was about to lay a killing blow on Ogden, familiar faces turned up to join the party and to join the fray. And an old mercenary friend of Gully, Klaus, and Ogden, who hadn't been on any of the podcasts previously, named Kip, Gundren, and the Golden Dynamo brothers from episode 3, the wrestling tag team, all turned up to assist, and that's kind of where we left things last time. So yeah, quite a lot to go through there. I'm sure I've missed something out, but that's where we'll take it from. So I'm gonna have to re-roll initiative because we've got like new characters to sort of account for. So I'm just gonna get those into my little tool.
What I'd written down, and maybe somebody can double check this for me. I think we killed the bugbears, but all the spiders were still.
So you killed the first 2 bugbears, but if you remember, just as the last time's episode was coming to an end, a doppelganger and 2 more bugbears entered the fray.
Wicked cool.
Yeah. So human. Is there a human? All right, you can do that.
So hang on. So we have a doppelganger, 2 bugbears, 4 or 5 spiders, and the drow. How many spiders?
4 spiders. Which I'm going to retcon their damage now. The damage they've taken.
A pigeon in a pit.
One had been hit for 15, one for 14, I think.
Ooh.
But I've been wrong before.
No, that's fine. I've got it. Okay.
And
so,
Aline, you haven't been hit, have you? You let me see. That's the way to do it. Archer being Archer.
So Gundren comes in with the backup that he'd rounded up. Kip had been in the area, just sort of scavenging, and Gundren knows him quite well. He's like a well-known hand in the town of Phandalin. The Golden Dynamo brothers came back to Phandalin. They've abandoned their life of showmanship, etc., for a life of adventure. They came to Phandalin looking for you guys, as you told them about your adventures, and luckily kind of picked up on the trail and ran into Gundren. Gundren decided after finishing to bury his brother Tharden that he should probably come and give a hand. So that's how that lot came to be. So Gundren says to Klaus, like, cousin, how ye be?
In the middle of something. You want to help us kill these guys? There's a drow in here somewhere. Look out for him.
The Black Spider, yes.
Yep, that's
He
the one.
killed my brother. He tried to kill me and my friends. And the drow just sort of grimaces.
Right back.
Cool. Okay. So as you're talking, two of the giant spiders start to spin their webbing around the downed Toscobble and Ogden and weave them into like web sacking, which they then attach to themselves and climb up the walls and kind of go into a fairly dark recess with the two sacks. Before we do anything else, I'm going to ask you all to roll initiative again and shout out your answers.
All right.
I got 15.
Sorry, do I need to do that, or do I
No,
just
you
kind
don't.
of sit?
You don't
No,
need to.
I'm
Yeah,
just sit here,
I'm afraid.
listen.
Actually, yes, you can do.
Fine.
You can do.
How?
So, are you on roll 20? Sorry, I should have done something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go
Yeah, I
into
have no
the.
idea.
So, oh shit. Yeah. Okay, that was a whole thing I needed to do. Okay, my bad. So I've.
You got over enthusiastic.
I did. Okay, so let me send you.
You sent me the thing, so I'm in the little team friendship group on there.
Have you joined like the session? So can you like see the map and stuff like that?
No.
Okay, that's what you need to do next.
How?
So when you go to the link, what do you see? There should be like a little campaign or something that you can click on, and you can basically press like start game or something to that effect.
Wait, sorry, did you send that on Discord? Or just... I can show you exactly what I've got. Look,
I think that's the link.
Yeah, so click that.
This is what I have. Oh shit, you can't see it. Hang on. Wait. Sorry.
That's okay. Click the link that Nick's just posted in.
Ah, cool. Thanks, Nick.
No worries.
That's some good support work there, Nick.
Yeah. It's good. I got the headset for it as well. Like
Do you have any dice handy?
You told me not to buy any.
I didn't tell you not to buy any. I just told you you didn't need to. That's fine.
You told me not to buy any.
It's all done.
Oh dear. Alright, I'm gonna have to edit this video for my.
I remember it because and I was like, "Oh, do I need to buy some dice?" And you were like, "No, we do it all online. It's fine. Don't worry about it."
Oh, that is true. I haven't lied. Okay, don't worry. No worries. I can.
It just says launch game.
Yeah, launch game. Do that.
Do that, right? Oh shit! I could have done that on there. Done. Cool.
So when you're in there, you can in the chat box.
Okay, I'm here.
There you go. Yeah, I can see you in there now.
Hi. Sorry.
No worries.
So if you type in the chat box / forward /
Actually, I did the tutorial, so I know how to do this bit.
Good
Wow,
stuff.
she's way more prepared than any of us are.
Wow.
And then it's a D20 and what plus a thing?
Your
Thing is
whatever your
everything.
initiative is. So
Plus 1.
there you go.
All right, here goes your first roll. Let's see how it goes.
1. Go. Oh.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
That's a 5. Still better than
That's
me.
my
which-
first ever dice roll, so
Well
I'm
done.
like,
Alright.
yay.
I got a 2.
You got a what? Sorry, a 10?
I got a 2.
5.
A 2.
Kirsty has a 5. And Joe killing it with 23. It's a nat 20 as well.
Yeah. And
I
that
go
20.
so first that I
Yeah.
get an
Yeah.
extra turn at the end of the last session.
That has to be. I've got to deal with my fucking cat. Fuck off, you little shit.
I think Lean should get to go twice.
I liked your one last week where you rolled a minus, like you rolled a 0.
I got a -1, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Pretty
Toss
good.
Cobble, you were on 15,
That's right.
and Gully
16.
16. 16, 5. Klaus got 2, 23. I don't know what Mishka rolled. Oh, right, excellent. I'm going to use my die thing to roll Mishka. So anyone that gets to watch this video will see my amazing die cam, and true to Mishka form, rolls a 4. So there we go. Right, there you go. You got to do over on the initiative. So Lean, it's your go. So as I described, Toss Cobble, your initiative throw was kind of a moot point, really, I guess. But you've seen
appropriate.
Toss Cobble and Ogden have been carried off in webbing sacks into a dark recess of the caves.
As a point of order, I'm fairly certain that Lean saved Toscouple towards the end of last session. Did he get attacked by another spider afterwards?
So you saved him from getting webbed originally. That did happen. But then in the combat scenario, he got bitten to death, or to KO status by one of the spiders. So he got like downed at that point. He's not gonna have to make any. He's in a poisoned state. He doesn't have to make any death saving throws, but is incapacitated. And I've described now that the spiders have webbed them up and carried them off.
Well, you can't help some people, can you? Just as another quick question, are we in the same relative order on each of the screens? So am I pointing at Timo and then Kirsty
No,
and
No.
looking at Toscouple and
I'm at the top left on my screen.
Yeah, I'm
me
top
too.
left on my
I
screen.
think we all have Dan in the middle, though,
Yeah.
right?
What? Yeah.
No,
not
Dan's,
mine.
Dan's,
No,
Dan's
Dan's off to the right. for
bottom
me.
left.
Okay.
This gonna look really good.
This isn't the Brady Bunch movie. Like, we don't have to like.
No, but how are we arranged in your wonderful thing?
In my one, I'm in the top left.
It's just your face, isn't it?
So, yeah. It's just
He's not pulling in our video.
this is the picture of me in some speedos. So me, Simon, Kirsty, then Nick, Joe, and Timo.
So you're up here.
Who's directly above me?
Me.
Me.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't actually have Kirsty on video.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have you either, so
Hey, weirdly, if I click out of this chat, all I have is Timo. It's like a single
That's
video.
all you need, baby.
Oh no,
Um,
I didn't complain.
Have you not seen the HBO series All You Need Is Timo?
The name of my autobiography. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. I don't think I've consciously blocked you or anything, Kirsty, so it's just a bit strange.
I can see you now. I went into the regular one. Are you like? Did you go on your video in the other chat because there's like a separate one?
No.
Don't touch anything. It's fine. I can see what I need to see.
Fine.
I don't want anything to
I'll
break.
I'll try not to forget about you.
Lean, what are you gonna do?
Lean is obeying classic rule 1, which is shoot the magic user first, and he's going to take another swing at the drow.
Okay, so you're not bothered about your buddies.
I'll get them later. They're on the list.
It happens.
Can we see the drow now? I thought he was
We
invisible.
decloaked.
He
I
has
think he'd be
decloaked.
close. Yeah.
He has decloaked. What I'd like to
Alright.
describe, and I will use Roll20 to do so, is the formation that your foes are in. So the drow is here.
Sorry, what?
I did a little red. All right, let's do a big D.
Eh.
That's the drow. As the doppelganger and bugbears came in, he gestured to them, and they formed a line in front of him. And I'm going to do this there. Rafi, can you close that door, please? Bugbear 1. Bugbear 2. So, if you're specifically going to take aim at the drow, Joe, Lean, I'm going to ask you to take disadvantage on it because it's a particularly tough shot. They're deliberately standing in the way to shield their boss.
All right, let's take a deliberately difficult shot. Did the first one hit, or is there not worth rolling the second?
You have to roll the second.
It might be a crit fail. There you go. 14.
Okay, I refresh my memory. So
Feels low.
That should be a hit, really.
Why should it be a hit, really?
It feels like it.
Like, Ronnie's not here. Let's not do this whole thing. Yes, that's a hit.
See, I told you.
I forgot what damage it. 1d8 plus 3. Right. Lane. Let's see if it takes care of business. Meh, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not nothing. It's good.
It's not
Go ahead,
nothing.
Alan.
It's not
I don't
nothing.
think have we actually hit him before?
Yeah.
I shot him twice at the start.
All right. Well, okay. Well, you keep doing you.
So an improbable shot sees past the two bugbears and the doppelganger standing in the way and goes.
I'll let me get curved like a free kick.
Yeah. So the drow looks pretty unhealthy right now.
Fantastic.
I can't pick my nose. I've got to remember. I can't pick my nose. So is that your go over?
Yeah, and getting into a little bit of space. The sort of space you'd need if someone was about to cast an area effect spell on someone else.
Okay. So off in the darkness, something happens. You hear the rustlings of a giant spider doing something, but you can't see what. The bugbear that you shot past to hit their leader takes umbrage with you, Lean, and decides to take a counter shot. So I'm going to roll a d20 because I can on my thing. Whoop. So that was a 13 plus. Too many things.
I'm impressed with the old school actual book.
+4. So 17. Did that hit you? I'm pretty sure that hit you. 17
is exactly my armor class. Yeah.
Booyah. Okay. 2d8. Where's my d8? That's not a d8. That's my d8.
Yeah. Welcome to the party, Joe.
So one roll is a 9.
On a d8. Jesus.
Wait, what?
No,
What? What's he shot me with?
No, a 6. A 6. Obviously, it can't be a 9. I'm an idiot. Is this my d8? Is that a d8? Oh, it can't. This is the wrong dice. All right. I'm gonna have to use roll 20. Look, I'm sorry. This is all going terribly, terribly wrong.
I'm going to be back in 2 minutes.
No worries.
I have child noises going on.
+2. 2d8 +2. 11. Onthe. Take that.
Oof. I think my 11.
Oof. So yeah, he sort of runs up and hoofs you with his Morning Star.
Boom.
Boom. The other bugbear.
Oh, so he didn't shoot me. I was wondering what he was shooting me with.
No, he charges you with his Morning Star and twats you. Bugbear numero dos also takes a pop at you. This guy's going to throw his javelin at you though. But certainly misses with a Oh shit! No, I've broken everything.
So was that in character, that last bit?
Yeah, that was that was
A
absolutely.
flustered god.
He absolutely did roll a 1, and it I tried to do a fairly complicated thing, and it's all going terribly wrong. I've been caught forever on film. He rolled a 1. He rolled a natural 1, and that's why I fumbled the camera when I tried to show you that. So he misses. Absolutely. Keth Lau, the Iron Dragon, says, "Don't worry, guys, I got this," and
Oh, I missed him.
and runs to charge the bugbear that hoofed old Lane. So let's look up Keth Lau. So I'm pretty sure there's a d20 roll in there somewhere. That's a 19, which absolutely hits the bugbear. So
Nice.
that's with a +7 as well, right? So that's 26. So
Jesus.
I'm going to roll 1d4 plus 5. I'm going to do it in roll 20 because that's how I roll. No, not 1d20 plus 5. I'm an idiot. 1d4 plus 5. 6. So Keth Lau
Waste of a crit.
charges. I know, right? Charges the bugbear that hit Lean and sort of spears him to the ground and knocks him down and stands up and goes, "Yeah!"
Because he's a monk, doesn't he have that ability to hit again after he hits?
He absolutely does. So I'm not going to use that for this, but he does. But he does stand prepared. Is all I'll say. I need to let my goddamn cat in.
Yeah, Kirsty, for some reason, I can't see you in the group. Like, it says 5 members, and you're not one of them.
Yeah.
Strange.
No, I know, and you're not one of them for me either.
Ah.
So it's mutual. Don't worry.
All right, well, there we go. How strange.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
If I come out of it, I can see you. So if I just get fed up of looking at everyone else, I'll just come and look at you for a bit and then come back.
I don't.
It's
Not,
fine.
not recommended.
So the doppelganger uses his shape-shifting capabilities to sort of become broader. So where like a hole was left by the bugbear that charged Lean, but then got like tackled by Keth Lau, he kind of fills that space with a sort of much wider form, and takes a defensive stance. Gully.
Okay, so we had 4 spiders. 2 have scuttled away with teammates, yeah?
Yeah. And they are currently eating them or something equally fun.
Okay,
I'll just point out I've still got the jar, just in case anyone was thinking of,
MVP. As long
leaving
as
me
the
to
jar
die.
survives.
Gully, you hear a screaming from the same direction that Ogden and Toscobble were taken, but it's not a man scream.
Is it a small hobbit scream? Halfling scream, sorry.
No, it's not. It was not a male scream.
I was about to say you can't really call Toscobble a man, so
It's half man,
it's not very descriptive.
half man, half machine. So yeah. Anyway, Gully, your go.
Okay, so just the spiders in the room, are they the ones we hit before? Or are they...
There are
the
4
healthy
spiders.
ones?
There are 4 spiders in the room. The 2 healthy ones remained.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll Eldritch Blast the bugbear that's hassling Joe.
Okay.
Covering fire.
Yeah, sweet. 14.
14 on a bugbear is a miss. Small explosion. The bugbear.
Sorry, boys.
You have the attention of the bugbear. Okay. Gundren charges at the black spider with a blind rage, and as he takes sort of his axe out and tries to just cleave Nezar, the black spider, and the doppelganger uses his sort of defensive stance to kind of block the shot with his hands, and the two kind of get locked in, a test of strength with each other. As Gundren is sort of set on trying to attack Nezar, but has to get through this doppelganger first. One of the giant spiders descends upon. Let's see. Klaus.
Sorry, was one of these the one of the previously unseen spiders, or one of the two that's still
So
just messing around in the
all four were always visible. Two
cool.
have
Yeah,
now
sorry.
effed off with your mates, and screaming has been heard from their direction.
Okay, but they're not in the room anymore.
They're like, yeah, they've kind of gone out of sight. It's into a dark recess. Like, it's quite a large area, so they're kind of in the same space, but it's dark where they've gone.
Okay, cool.
So you would need to actively pursue them to find out where they've gone.
I have an idea for that, but okay, wait for my turn.
Okay, so going to roll to hit you. Right, this is on film. This is absolutely on film.
All right, so I'm gonna ask to see the tape.
You will have to. It's a fucking 20, baby. So
all right, well,
that's a crit.
It's been really fun playing with you guys. Oh, good thing we brought in Kirsty, because we're about to have a lot less people on this podcast.
Well, yeah.
It's a short game.
I'm level 1, so I'm not lasting very long anyway, so it's fine.
That's sweet.
Okay, so that would be 2d8 plus 3. 2d8 plus
Timo, what's your
3.
health? I've got it as 8.
Oh, plus 6, wouldn't it?
No, I'm on 24.
Oh, okay. I must have stopped keeping notes.
D22.
Yeah, no, I did like a group heal thing.
Oh, yeah. No,
A while back, I think.
Sweet, so that's 17.
Okay, that's a big hit.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
All right, cool.
Oh,
Bring me down to 7 health. I have advantage on that shit.
Yeah, you do.
Plus 2, so I get to roll 2. Plus 2. So I get to roll twice.
Yep. Though that'll do. So you don't need to
They'll
bother.
do more. Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d8 divided by 2.
Oh yeah. Oh right, great. Well, fucking, don't bother.
Well, the poison damage to you only does 1 damage, and
That is
you
super lucky.
well, and also it's poison damage, so you would take half of that. So that would be 0.5, which will round down to fuck all.
All right.
So you got lucky. You
I
got
got
unlucky.
extremely lucky.
Yeah, unlucky in the first place, and then super lucky on the damage front. Although I
Right.
mean, the actual bite damage wasn't too bad. Cool.
17 feels kind of bad.
Okay. Nezar turns invisible again. Golden Dragon
I just
runs
worked out
over.
what's going on. Sorry.
What do you mean? What you've worked out was going on?
Doesn't matter. I just worked out what the screams are. I'm being an idiot. Sorry. Sorry. Carry on.
So, Golden Dragon runs over to where his brother was, and let's see what happens. Right. Okay. Cool. So, I'm going to work something out and then describe what happens. So, right. So. Jesus. My PC rolls are pants.
Yeah.
Um,
Welcome to
The +10 is nice though.
yeah. So, the reason that's +10, when Keth did something with his extra goat, he prepared himself for what we like to call in the industry a tag team maneuver with his brother. So the downed bugbear that he tackled to the ground, he picks up by the head and lifts him over his head into the air. The golden dragon charges in and jumps up into the air and does a kind of like bicycle knee. As the second and the connecting knee comes up, Keth like throws the bugbear forward, and as he's descending, golden dragon like connects right in the face with him and does 12 damage to him. So impressive move. Unfortunately, the brothers are perhaps too familiar with like pulling their punches a little bit in the spirit of entertainment, so it doesn't do as much damage as perhaps it could have done. But the bugbear loses some teeth as the knee connects, and has got a broken nose. So that absolutely really hurt him. He takes Brynlau gets the attention of another giant spider, who decides to have a go at the golden dragon. But misses. And again, I can prove it on the video. So the golden dragon handily dodges a lunging bite attack from one of the big mean spiders. Shut up, cat. So, Kirsty, you there?
Hi. Yeah.
You
I
wake.
was just looking up bugbears. Sorry.
You can't do that. That's not allowed. That's not okay. You can't.
I don't know what you guys know, so I'm trying to like get with the program a little bit.
We don't look stuff up. It's not okay. So your
I'm
character.
actually curious to know what a bugbear is.
I suppose you could
They
do.
look scary.
You can do an image search.
It's like a werewolf bear man thing, isn't it? Isn't it?
So I
thought
kind
it
of think
was
it's like a hairy orc. So Sil Devar wakes up feeling groggy and compressed. So you are wrapped in some kind of sticky and hard to kind of maneuver in, like sack type thing. So you can kind of remember coming to Wave Echo Cave on the hunt of some giant spiders that you'd picked up the trail of. Unbeknownst to you, Wave Echo Cave was host to many an enemy, most lethal being the black spider, who saw you as a threat to his plans and laid a trap for you, where you were set upon by these spiders who at the time downed you, wrapped you up, and decided to keep you for dinner. And you've just woken up in the confines of a web sack.
That's good to know. Okay. So I'm quite constrained then. I can't really do much.
You can wiggle around, and you can probably reach.
I was going to say, can I wiggle out my short sword?
Yeah, you've got like yeah, you can probably get like hands to it.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to do that then and get my short sword out.
Okay. So.
Because I mean, even if I can't get out of the cocoon, it pays to be ready.
Fair dues. So what I'll ask you to do is roll an attack using your short sword, but at disadvantage. So that's a d20 plus 3.
Okay.
And just do it twice and take the lowest.
Yeah. Sorry, bear with me. Oh no, I buggered that second one up. Hang on, sorry.
That's fine.
If you press up on the arrow keys, you'll just redo the previous one.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. That's good to know.
Okay,
So 9.
so you get hands to your short sword and you try to maneuver it in such a way to sort of cut through the webbing, but you find that you aren't able to quite get enough strength into it, and you're not able to cut through it. So that would be your action for this turn. Now, speaking is a free action, so by all means, if you've got something to say it.
Okay. I'm probably just going to shout for help then. Help me, please!
Somebody help me!
Get me down!
So then that's kind of the sound that you all heard, was the shouting of a young lady from afar. Okay, so giant spider number 3 does a thing, but this is one of the spiders you can't see. What's your armor class, Tosco?
Thanks, man. It is 16.
Okay, yeah, okay. So something may or may not have happened.
Good to know.
So Mishka, in Pill's form, breaks free of the spell, the suggestion from Nezar, and kind of figures out what's happened. She's totally conscious the whole time. It was just like a really strong form of hypnosis, essentially. Got her to turn on her master, and kind of squats down and starts making a moaning sound, as you'd imagine a man doing an impression of a dog going would sounded like that pretty much, and takes no action. Klaus, you're up.
All right. As my free bonus action, I'm going to shout out to Mishka and tell her to find her master. Find Ogden, boy. Find Ogden. Or girl, I think. Girl? Boy? Girl.
Girl in a man's body.
Okay. Okay, well, find Ogden, girl. And then I'm thinking about doing something, and you can tell me if this is doable or not.
Okay.
So they're up in the corners somewhere in the rafters, right?
Yeah.
I can't see them.
Not unless you make an effort to go and see them.
So I have 2 different spells that are like range attacks that both create light.
Okay.
So my plan was to kind of fire up in there, hopefully hit a spider, but if not, it like does the illumination kind of reveal them or something like that. I can read the description.
Okay, you can shoot up in that direction. You can make an attack roll with disadvantage to see if you get lucky.
Yeah.
And hit one of the spiders.
It's kind of I'm hoping to hit something, but it's primarily about like lighting up the area so we know where they are. Because I'm concerned. I'm now a fan of Toscobble. He's on a redemption arc, and I want to see him see it through.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, this is weird because this is like a dexterity saving throw normally, but maybe I'll just do like a ranged spell attack instead.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so
and do it twice, please.
Hang on, I have something else that's a ranged spell attack, so I can find out. Okay, so that's a +6 to hit, so that's not too bad. But I do it twice, right? 6. So yeah, sorry. The spell I was going to cast is called Sacred Flame.
Yep.
It does like 1d8 radiant, and flame-like radiance radiates. Okay, so it's 1, so 15, and a what a waste of a nat 20. So 15.
Okay, so you fire off Sacred Flame into the dark recesses of the cave, and you see it kind of traveling into the dark, kind of like not illuminating too much because it's quite a large space, but suddenly it makes contact with something, and that thing goes up like dry straw, to flame, and you've managed to hit one of the spiders against the odds, and you hear it go. It was kind of like fucking around with one of the sacks, but you see there are actually dozens of sacks up there, and one of them you can see kind of like movement from within. So damage from Sacred Flame, how does it
Is just 1d8.
roll it?
So I'll just slow roll. Oh, it's an 8.
Booyah. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, really, like, that spider wasn't expecting it at all, and it took a savage burning. So it's not dead, but it's like really not happy or healthy. Cool.
It's worked better than any of my previous plans ever. I'm very pleased with that.
So Kip turns to you, Klaus, and says, "So what's it to be, Governor? 50-50 on anything we find?"
Sure, that sounds fair at this point.
Okay, boss.
If we all pull through.
Point me at danger. Who do you want killing?
We're down 2 fighters who are currently up in the rafters being ate by some spiders. If you could sort that out, that would be amazing. Where I just shot up there.
Okie doke. And Kip takes a shot at the spider you just hit, but misses, unfortunately.
Oh.
It does, however, hit one of the sacks, and the sack falls to the ground with a thud. Kirsty, can you make a Constitution saving roll?
D20 plus 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
Okay, I'm going to roll a d4, and you can take half the damage from the fall. You take one damage from falling, but the impact actually kind of helped you escape from the webbing. So whilst it was an uncomfortable fall,
It was ultimately worth it.
You're now free, and you see above you, 2 of the spiders that captured you, and then you're aware of a whole bunch of people who you've never seen before and wasn't necessarily expecting to see here, embroiled combat, not too far from you, but you are now free.
Lovely.
Kip looks like astonished at what's just happened. It was totally not what he thought was going to go down. That he would shoot at a spider and produce a sequence of events that a young elfin lady fell out of. And he looks like he can't believe his luck, kind of face. And he just kind of looks around to the guys. He's like that. Lean.
So, like a shark who's tasted blood, Lean is going to continue to go after the drow. I think
he's now invisible.
I think attacking invisible, as we just saw with the spider, is done at a disadvantage, right? And they attack at advantage, or is this might be a DM?
So you're making the assumption that he's where he was, and has
broadly, yes.
Yeah, so you can shoot at that space.
Yeah.
Or where he's standing.
I will. Yeah, he's going to take it. He's going to take an angry while walking forwards. In a effort to get close to the throw. 19.
Okay.
Well, 26.
Okay. So, using your keen fighter skills, you take a punt on shooting at the area. Okay, you were going to roll disadvantage on this, weren't you?
Natural 20.
Okay. You fire an arrow again, like over the head of the doppelganger. I was just double checking you hadn't done that thing. And the arrow sticks into what seems like thin air. And blood, again, seemingly coming out of nowhere, starts to drip down. And slowly, the form of the black spider, Nezar, takes, and this is certainly a mortal wound. You've pierced him
Hey.
through the throat, and he starts coughing up blood and drops to his knees, clasping at his throat. And he kind of like gargles like, "Kill them! Resurrect me!" and falls over and dies.
Amazing.
Nezar, the black spider, is downed and dead.
Okay, I turn over to Lean
Hey,
and give
good
him
job.
a powerful thumbs up.
And one of your teeth like sparkles when you do it.
The finger pistols.
Cool. The doppelganger looks down on Nezar's corpse and looks around and signals to the bugbears to stay at it. And one of the giant spiders does a thing.
You need my armor class again.
No, it's fine.
So I wrote it down this time.
Okay, cool. The bugbear that got kneed by the Golden Dynamo brothers decides to take a go at one of said brothers. He goes for Golden Dragon. Misses him. His bugbear companion also decides to mix it up with the Golden Dynamo brothers, and also fucking misses really, really badly. All caught on candid camera. Kathlau decides to take the fight to the bugbears and finish what he started. And he, I think, hits him. Yes, he does. For damage of 5 for 6 damage, and then makes another attack. Right, I'm gonna have to check my player's handbook for monk stuff because I need to make sure I'm doing this right. So this will be an education on monks and why they're awesome. There we go.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to get a drink. Be right back.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go on break on the stream. My excellent break image. How's it going, Kirsty? You having fun? I was really hoping to get them to kind of go over and try and save Toscobble, and my plan was that they would release you accidentally instead of their friends, but no one took the fucking bait. Well, they'll see what happens. Even Klaus, he promised he wouldn't. Alright, I can come back from break. We're back. Okay, so yeah, just for the knowledge of everybody, and so I like commit this to memory, that at 5th level, monks can take an extra attack. But what they can do before that is perform a flurry of blows, spending 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes. However, Kathlau does not choose to do this time. In fact, he did it last time, so that was one of his goes of doing that sort of done. So, and that's what facilitated the team attack. So, how much damage did I roll? Was it 5? Cool. Yeah, he he like adds further insult to injury on one of the bugbears that they're kind of grappling with. The doppelganger picks up the spider staff of Nizar and assumes his form, transforms into a drow form, and scowls and hisses at Lean, who killed his master. And sorry for the pause. I don't know how actual DMs like do this stuff more rhythmically, but I suggest they don't have two cats going fucking apeshit behind them. Cool. All right. No. So, with its kind of scowl and hissing, what the doppelganger is actually trying to do is like enter your mind, Lean, and put you in a disadvantageous mental state. This is an ability of doppelgangers who can do that. So I'm going to ask you to make a intimidation saving throw.
What is that?
So you should have an intimidation on intimidation, which is
It's a charisma skill.
yeah.
It is in fact my lowest skill. I'm going to roll 1d20, and I've got to beat my. What have I got to beat? I'm going to roll the dice.
I would tell
I
you if
did
you
not
beat it.
beat that. I did not beat it.
No, you didn't.
I
You
got
really,
a
really didn't.
6. No. Oh,
So yeah, the scowling, hissing doppelganger scares you so that you cower in fear and regret the actions you've taken. You start to think, shit, should I have really killed this Geist leader? All I've done is, incur his wrath and the wrath of all his legion now, and that really sits sort of heavy with you. And we'll talk about the consequences of that as time goes by.
It's
Gully.
perpetuating a cycle of violence.
Lee, your go.
I have grand plans, but could you remind any players what the wand we got last game did? Not that I can't remember. I just think
Yeah, just for the listeners,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
This is always somebody's first episode of the podcast.
Curating our audience and all that jazz.
I'm just getting a bit of Easter egg. Whilst
Sure.
I thought I might have a bit of a break, but no. Gotta carry you as per
Always
fucking
the
usual.
question.
So it's a wonder magic missile. So it's got 7 charges to cast magic missile. Now, per charge. All right, let's find it. Sorry, Kev. I was gonna eat.
So 7 charges.
7 charges. I'm just trying to find it. Sorry. Where's it gone? It's in the other book.
So casting 1 magic missile, it says you create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice within range, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's
So-
like a homing missile. It will definitely hit stuff.
Right. But
What? And then what you can do is, and what I'm trying to look up is you can spend extra to send more magic missiles. So I think it's like per charge you can send 3, but you can use an extra charge to cast it at a higher spell slot.
sure.
That adds like 1 to 2.
But say 7 charges of magic missile, which sends out 3 missiles. Does that mean I've got 21 potential magic missiles?
That's
Is
what
my
I'm
maths wrong? Hang on.
Yeah, if you do them one charge at a time. But
I don't think they're. I think. Sorry.
Is it 3 magic missiles or 3 casts of magic missile?
Yeah, no. So it's a cast of magic missile, which I believe to be like 3 at a pop.
Sure.
So casting it at a higher spell level. So basically, I think you're right. I think if you fire them all individually, you'll cast more magic missiles. But if you want to do more damage in a shorter space of time, you would cast them at a higher spell slot.
Yeah, it's like my healing. Like I can cast it at level 1, but if I cast it at level 2, it does more healing. I just burn through a spell slot, so like that's how I understood it last time around with this wand as well. So you can cast it 7 times at level 1, or you can cast it like 1 time at level 3 and 1 time at level 4, doing like either more of them or more damage. I don't know how exactly it scales.
Yeah, so it's not more efficient to cast them at higher spell slots because you'll have fewer magic missiles total, but you'll do more damage in a short space of time. If you think you're going to have 7 turns, then fine, but that may not happen.
Okay. And then I can recharge it when we rest or whatever, yeah?
It'll recharge daily. If you spend all 7,
Yeah.
you'll have to do a roll 20.
Gotcha.
And if you roll a 1, it crumbles.
Okay, so if I wanted to send as many missiles as possible into the various sacks hanging above us to free Toss Cobble and others, and maybe kill a spider or 2, how many can I fire?
5.
5.
And that's 3 charges.
So 5 missiles, not 5 casts of magic missile. Yeah, it must be that.
That's
Sure.
You cast magic missile at a level 3 spell slot using 3 charges to do so. That produces 5 missiles.
Sure. Okay. Can I please fire 5 missiles at the ceiling and as some of the sort of web sacks, which I imagine contain Toss Cobble and Co.
Okay.
2 hitting the spider with my hex on it, and the other 3 hitting various web things.
Okay.
Is that
Yes,
allowed?
yes, you may. Okay, so roll per magic missile. 1d4 plus 1.
Yep.
And do that 3 times to work out your damage on the spider.
Damage on the spider. Oh, have I got disadvantage or something?
No, you said you were gonna do 3 missiles at the spider and then 2 others.
My hope was 2 at the spider, 3 at the sacks.
Okay, 2 at the spider, then do 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. Sorry.
Cool. So you do that amount of damage to the spider.
No, but he's got my hex on it.
So you do more.
I do more. But I should have checked this before we had this long conversation, which is 1d6.
Okay.
I get to do it twice.
Do you get to do it twice?
I think so. It's every time I hit it, and I hit it with 2 magic missiles. I'm not trying to.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Every time you hit it with attack, yeah.
The spider explodes,
Yay.
and little spider legs go flopping around everywhere. What? Yeah. So and then the other 3 magic missiles kind of seemingly randomly sort of select other sacks to hit. The first one gets hit, and a kind of disheveled looking corpse falls out at the bottom of it. Another one gets hit, and the body of a zombie kind of falls out and sort of smashes its head in as it hits the ground. The third one strikes, and Stuart Toscobble falls from the sack and hits the ground hard.
Good.
This is because I took the piss at the beginning, isn't it?
He's still unconscious, but he's no longer in the webbing.
So is he at risk of? Does he have to do saving throws? Or is
No,
he still...
he's kind of catatonic, like he's poisoned, but he's in a stable condition. Basically, he's in the state that that the spider wants him in to eat him alive.
Okay.
As is Ogden. So that's your go?
Yep.
Okay. Gundren now takes umbrage with the doppelganger that looks like the black spider. The black spider's dead, so he looks like slightly happy with that scenario. But there's a job to be done, so he goes for it at the doppelganger. Oh, and he hits him. And he hits him for... Gully, Klaus, what do you, when you hit with your battle axe, what's your plus, what do you roll on damage?
1 second. I'll look that up for you.
Fuck off forever.
With Hugh, you mean?
No, with your normal one.
Oh, hang on. To find it. I have a warhammer. I don't actually have a battle axe.
Okay, what's that?
That is 1d8 plus 2, and if it's two-handed, it's 1d10 plus 2.
Okay, 1d8 plus 2. Ooh, yeah, he hits the doppelganger for 9 damage. He didn't see it coming.
Hugh's the same thing exactly, but plus 1 on top of that actually.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I think they're equivalent. Cool.
Yeah, axes and hammers. I'm gonna.
Good job, Gunnar.
Cool.
Well done, cousin.
Doppelganger turns around to face him after hitting at Lean. Okay. Another giant spider goes for Gundren now to defend its now leader and tries to web him up. Baby. So I could just remember these things. Right. D20. Misses him. Definitely misses him. Toss cobble. Alright, so roll a D20. If you natural on it, you can wake up.
Okay.
Just in case no one
No
bothers
pressure.
to save you this mission, I thought I'd
Hey,
give
I
you.
got him off the ceiling, but yeah.
Yeah, I was actively looking for him with spells and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I missed it, but did Ogden fall down? Or is he still up
No,
there?
he's still up there.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Plot device.
Oh, come on! Don't give it to me.
1 point shy.
So yeah, you're kind of dreaming of this battle transpiring, and you see the image of Klaus in your dream beckoning you over. But behind you, you see the image of Pill. Behind Pill is mountains of gold, but they're somehow on fire. Whereas behind Klaus, there's a nice white shiny light.
Head towards the light.
But you're kind of transfixed with, you don't know which way to go in that scenario. You're dead. Golden Dragon, go to one of the bugbears. And misses him, unfortunately. He kind of goes with a big, like, sweeping lariat, but the bugbear ducks down. A giant spider tries to web him up. $15, 2 seconds. Where's your AC? Where's your AC? Oh yeah, he gets hit. He gets hit by that. So Golden Dragon gets like enshrouded in webbing and kind of falls over as he struggles to kind of break free of it. Then it is the go of Syl.
So I'm kind of still like super unsure of what's going on. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who these people are. They've come in here and started yelling and making a load of noise. I'm still quite groggy from being all like tied up. So I'm going to move more towards sort of the wall of the chamber, so I can be kind of in a more defensive position. I'm going to take out my longbow and I'm going to shoot at one of the big bossy spiders.
Okie dokie.
So that for me is a 1d20 plus 3, which I set up. I got 5 to that.
Yeah, so
probably didn't do anything.
you miss, and the arrow soars past most of the party, who become acutely aware of your presence. Let it be known that Toscobble fell fairly near to you.
Okay.
But I should have probably told you that before your go.
Like I would have assumed that.
You noticed the halfling at your feet.
I would have assumed that anyway, because we were all like tied up in the same sort of area.
Yeah, okay.
But like I said, I don't know who's what's going on. I don't know who anyone is. He could be like in league with the evil people. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna kind of.
He looks like a bastard.
Sorry, dude, but you look like a bastard.
I
I
have a very
haven't made my
trustworthy
mind up
face.
about him yet.
It's a very bastardy face.
Cool. All right. Oh, really almost dead giant spider. I don't know. He does something. Okay, so this is the one that was going to beat Toscobble. Ah, fuck's sake. All right. Something or nothing happens. Mishka, who took Klaus's order from last time, kind of runs up to like kind of where Toscobble was and starts kind of like shouting at the webbing above. So, you know, obviously dogs instinctively bark. He's not barking, he's just kind of making a man sound, like and he's just sort of like shouting at like where Mishka assumes Ogden to be. Klaus.
All right, that's all I need. So is he? Okay, so where he's barking, is there something on the wall, or is it like way up high, like the other guys were?
So hanging from the ceiling, are like several spider sacks still.
Okay. I guess I'll just hang on. Let me do a couple of things here. All right. As my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself, just because I think I'm the closest one to dying here. So that is a 1d4 plus 4 plus 4, so 1d4 plus 8 to heal me.
So selfish.
No, I whisper the healing word so no one hears me do it. Alright, so that's an extra 10 back for me, so I'm a slightly less dying. Like 17 health now. Just add that. Yeah. And then, yeah, I guess I will cast. I can do either Sacred Flame or. Yeah, I think Sacred Flame is probably better. So again, like it is the flame-like radiance thing, and again, it's against dexterity. But again, do I just roll it as a?
No, you know where the spiders are now, so you can use it as was intended.
Okay, but I'm not aiming for the spider per se.
What are you aiming for?
The sacks. I want to bring him down until we find Ogden. I'm very worried for him.
Okay. Yeah, you don't necessarily know which one he's in.
I know. That's why I just want to pop one of them and hope for the best.
Okay. In which case,
or actually, you know, nah, fuck it. Let's aim for one of the spiders. If I can see one up there, I will Sacred Flame.
Okay, so you kind of like point your trigger finger at the sacks, thinking about saving Ogden, and then you think, nah, and you point it at one of the spiders.
I figure like if he's in a sack, they've either killed him already or they haven't got into it yet, and I'm not going to give him the opportunity to do that. So.
Okay.
All right. So one of them needs to save against a 14 dex.
Okay. Doesn't save.
Hey. So that's just a flat 1d8. Big numbers with a 2.
Okay. Yeah, like you hit it, and again it kind of goes up, but a lot of the damage is kind of superficial. Like this spider looks really, really horrid. Like it's had whole sections of itself like either beaten or burnt off, but it's still kind of like alive and turns around and starts like scrambling at you madly. At which point Kip takes a shot
Come on, you crazy bastard.
and hits it for sorry. Ah, yes. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, hits it square between the eyes, and as this spider's kind of like crawling over to you madly and actually scaring the shit out of you because it looks fucking horrible, like this giant spider with 8 eyes on fire, like its teeth out, and it's like coming at you, gets hit like square between its middle 2 4 eyes, and just sort of slumps over, and sort of goes and is dead.
Again, quite thumbs up to Kip.
Kip thumbs up at you back, and he's like, "Can I eat it?"
Absolutely. Like after the fight.
Okay,
Half of it's
cool.
yours.
Cool. Kip walks over to it and like just pulls out a leg, one of the legs that's sort of singeing it on fire, and just takes a big bite out of it.
We've missed you, Kip, and your idiosyncrasies.
Okay, Lean.
So I'm under some sort of, or Lean is under some form of status condition, right? He's a feared or
Yeah. Okay. So you've
shocked, or...
I'm gonna well, depending on what you want to do, you're either going to have disadvantage on an attack, or if you've got a kind of more strategic move in mind, I'm going to ask you to save against fear, which I'll work out how that works in a second, to stop you from kind of basically bricking it and running away.
Okay. I think in the second instance I might be running over to shake him.
Okay, so you were going to run over to Toss Cobble.
But I imagine I need to do some sort of save.
But make a charisma saving throw to see if you...
The worst ones.
Well, yeah, I
Shooting.
just thought it's the best representation of your character.
Yeah. I did not make that saving throw.
Okay. So, yeah, as you run towards Toss Cobble, you kind of realise that you're in a much safer position. And you end up sort of hiding behind like a pillar and just kind of cower down and start shaking because you're so scared.
Sounds fair. Pretty
Cool.
scary.
Okay, that's dead. So the bugbears go for Kethlau. Oh, and that one hits for 2d8 plus 2. Hits Kethlau for 11. Hits him just with the Morning Star to the chin, and Keflar goes as he sort of takes it, but then kind of just like no sells it and looks back at him, super cross. And then the second bugbear also has a go. This one throws a javelin at Kethlau, but misses. Yeah, misses Kethlau, so that's all okay. The doppelganger goes for Gundren. And misses. him. So they get back into it. Gully, it's your go.
Okay. Can I have a quick chat with the people around me and see what their
Yeah,
plans are?
talking is so talking is a free action. I'm not really that up for like
Sure.
extensive debate. Like you're in the thick of it, but a quick kind of like I don't know, very constructed short sentences is okay.
Okay. Well, Klaus, are you in a position to get Toskable back on his feet?
Yeah,
Is it
that's my
not-
plan.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna go heal him as soon as I can. Can we try to find Ogden if we have the time?
Sure. I think once we've sort of cleaned up in here, we can go hunting for him.
Yeah.
I think if they wanted him dead, they'd have not kept him alive.
I also recommend going for the doppelganger.
Well, yeah, we've got both. Like I've crossed paths with one of them before. Okay, I'm caught up with what we're doing.
Nick just rolled a real life 1 on intelligence there. But okay, cool.
Yeah, it's time to add another doppelganger to your notches.
Sure. Cool. Yeah, can I do that, please? So can I use like a bonus action to move my hex onto the doppelganger, and then
You may.
can I please scorching ray it?
You may indeed.
Okay. You create 3 rays of fire and you held at the target. So let's see if any of them hit. No, I'm guessing.
Is it just against its AC?
I don't know, I'm rubbish at this. You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at a target within range. Yeah, I think it's just an AC thing.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up just so we know for sure.
I think maybe 1 hit.
You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at one target or several. I'm assuming you're sending all 3 at the doppelganger. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, yeah, okay, cool.
So like
How
2
many?
misses and a hit.
How many did you roll above 14?
1.
Then you hit him 1 times.
Okay, and that's 2d6 fire damage, plus I get to do the hex thing as well.
So 3d6.
Is that a d6 as well?
I thought that's what hex was.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
Not bad.
Shout it out.
11.
Sorry, I'm on a different screen. 11. On
11.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. This doppelganger feels the sting of your scorching ray. You just kind of look at him confidently. You know how to handle doppelgangers. Okay. Gundren also goes for the doppelganger. And also hits for what was it? 1d8 plus 2. Hits him for 4. Cool. Giant spider. This one descends down to pick up Golden Dragon and starts to carry him away to the sacking area, let's call it. That's a nice name, isn't it?
Oh.
Toss Cobble, it's your game.
I've got to roll my 20, have I?
See if you can escape your dream state.
Yeah, just do one better than last time.
How hard can it be?
No, I said one better, not the same thing again.
Okay.
Oh, come on. There's something fundamentally wrong about that.
Okay. In your dream state, the form of Pill shifts into the vision of your brother, who is standing beside Pill. It's like Pill and your brother standing beside each other, both sort of coaxing you towards the burning tower of flame, a gold flame. You can't move, but you can. I don't know. Like, how's Toscobble feeling in this state?
Still really wants to kill Pill. I think is the main thing. So very focused on him, trying to work out where his weapons are.
I just realised that there's a Tarantino movie in this kill Pill business.
Aw.
I'm surprised Nick didn't think of it already. Okay. You're dead. Golden Dragon. Can you escape the clutches of the spiders? No, you can't. Next giant spider. This one goes for. Where is this giant spider? What's going on? Yeah, it goes for class. And you're 18, aren't you? You're AC.
Double check. Yes, it is.
Cool. Okay, yeah. It doesn't. It just sort of gnashes at you, but you kind of like dodge it. So you're all good. Sil.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same as I did last time,
Okay.
but rather than shooting for the spider, I can tell that everyone's sort of going for this like big, ugly-looking guy, the doppelganger.
Mhm.
I'm going to divert my attentions to him, and I'm
Okay.
going to try and shoot him with my longbow. So
Okay.
fingers crossed. No,
Wow.
really bad at shooting arrows apparently.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The arrow kind of flies past, and again, everyone kind of looks back and is like, "Who is this?"
Well,
But
you know,
yeah.
I tell you, but you all seem really busy. So
You do have speech as a free action if you want to kind of.
I don't trust these motherfuckers. So
Okay. They are motherfuckers, that's for sure. Okay, cool. Then it is the go of. You're dead. Mishka continues to shout man barks at where the area that Ogden may be. Klaus, it's your go.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to Toscobble. Can I? Do I need to spend an action to figure out what's wrong with him?
So you can make.
Because okay, let me tell you. So I have this spell called Lesser Restoration.
Mhm.
You touch a creature and you can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. This condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay.
So
So you can, so if you did that, you could unpoison him, but he's still KO'd, so he needs hit points to be conscious again.
okay, in my medical opinion, what is more important, the hit points or the poisoning to get rid of?
Roll.
Because I can't do both.
Do a medicine check.
Okay, that's something. Yay! I get to do something I've not done before. +6, baby. All right.
So is that going to be a 7?
Yep. +22.
Booyah, yeah, okay, so you can tell like that. So basically, you understand the state that Toscobble's in. Like you can tell from checking his pulse that he's not at death's door. So you don't need to heal him to save his life necessarily, but at the same time, the poison state will only affect his like motor skills. It'll make him less competent, but bringing him back to like consciousness would give you some time to figure out like how to go about doing the thing. So it's kind of either or. He's not dying.
Okay, let me role play this. So as an ex-combat medic, my idea here is how can I get him into fighting fitness? So it's not about necessarily longevity. I just want him up on his feet so he can murder people again.
Sure.
So I will act accordingly. So I will, I guess, I will touch him and cast Cure Wounds.
Cool.
Which is 1d8 plus. Hang on, this is level 1 plus 3. Yeah, so 1d8 plus 8. There we go. He has 14 hit points more now.
Okay, so Toskobble, you're in your kind of dream state, and as you're kind of trying to decide which way to go, the room tilts up, and you grab onto the ground and start trying to claw your way towards like the vision of your brother, even though Pill is there. I suppose you're motivated by reunion with your brother and also the opportunity to choke the life out of Pill. But the
Pretty much.
angle of the room is causing you to slip and slide away into the white light. You awake with a gasp and you feel awful, like, 10 hangovers, bad. But you're with it. You're able to stand, and you do.
On your feet, soldier.
On your feet, soldier.
So I just stagger to my feet and look around, completely dazed. I'm guessing it's not my turn yet, so I'll just
I just say,
hang on to the cloud.
don't kill the new woman. She seems like she's on our side.
Okay, got you, boss.
Cool. You hear that, Sil?
I've heard that.
Lean, you shake off the fear in you, and you come back to your senses.
Excellent. That was a bit embarrassing for him. So he's
It's
currently
like-
hidden behind
There's a slight dribble of
a-
urine down the right side of your leg.
Your Toskobble impression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take some psychic damage for that.
I think Lean leans around the pillar behind which he's been hiding and takes a shot at the doppelganger on the base. Most credible threat, which will be a shot from cover. It's a natural one.
But
Ooh.
yeah, you miss him.
That's very evocative language there.
Yeah. You miss him and you hit Gundren in the leg.
no.
That's fair. Fortunately, I was hidden and he won't
Cool. My dice cam
blame the elf.
reveals how much you hit him for, but I'm not going to tell you. So there. Yeah, he takes it in the leg and he's like, ah, and it puts him. He falls to the ground, clutching his leg in pain. The bugbear dealing with Keth has a go. Absolutely hits him for the usual damage roll, which is 2d8 plus 2. Oh, and he like, he knocks him aback, and Kathlau is in pretty rough shape. But again, he just like psychs himself through it and just goes like, "Ah!" and just gets more and more like red-faced and angry.
He's hulking up.
He is hulking up indeed. Yeah, he starts like all this business. The other bugbear has a go. And also hits.
Damn.
For 14. Yeah, Keflau like kind of like halts through the hit from the previous Morning Star, and then just gets like twatted on the top of the head. And this one, he can't anymore. Like kind of shrug off, and he visibly looks shaken and just sort of stumbles back in pain. Hits the side of the wall and kind of is propelled back and swings at the first bugbear, but just completely misses him. He's like ultra disorientated and just sort of stumbles forward. The doppelganger decides to take action against the fallen Gundren. who's been biting at his heels this entire fight. Yeah, that's a miss though. So he kind of like he gets his hand and transforms it into a big kind of claw and swipes down, but Gundren kind of just like army rolls out the way and he just like goes across the floor. Gully.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the try and hit the doppelganger again. So with an Eldritch Blast. That's okay.
That's fine.
16.
That's a hit.
Okie dokie.
Hooray!
Yeah. D10 plus 4. Alright. And 1d6 for the hex. So 11.
Yep, cool. All right, yeah. It again like just squeals. It's horrible, kind of doppelganger-y scream out, but is still standing because these bastards are tough. Okay, Gundren takes an action to pull the arrow out of his leg and starts. Yeah, he rips a bit of his sort of shirt off and starts to like bandage it up. The giant spider that was carrying away Golden Dragon tries to bite him because he knows that he's still like alive and kicking in there, and he wants to poison him to death. And hits him for some damage, and like just sort of like goes and bites into like the webbing stack, and you hear a scream from within. Ah! And then it's Toss Your go, and you can actually do something.
So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the big spiders, so I take a shot at the one that just bit into the golden dragon, and hopefully make it a sneak attack. Because
no, you're not. You know, you're standing very much out in the open.
Ah, damn it. Okay,
you can take an action to
I'll
hide if you'd like, but that's not a bonus action. That would be your action. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, you've got your whole thing. So yeah, we talked about last time. If you want to now try and hide and use your I can't remember the name of it, your cunning action or whatever it is to hide, you can. But I want you to make a dexterity, a stealth save on that too to get you hidden. If that's what you want to do.
So stealth, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's my 25.
That'll do it. So you kind of smoke bomb, and everyone's like, "Where did Toscobble go?"
That's what I do. Yeah, and then from my vantage point, I take a shot with my bow and arrow.
Cool.
Which
at
the spider, because I've kind of got it in for them. They've been giving me weird fucking dreams.
Is there 2 left, or
there are 2 left.
Okay.
So this is the one biting the wrestler.
Cool.
That's a 16.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hit.
Cool. So that is 3d6 plus 4 sneak attack. Uh, 15 damage.
Okay. Yeah. It feels. Yeah, you hit it in a very painful area. It's very aware that you just hit it. and makes that horrible screaming spider sound that we all know that spiders make from real life. Spiders scream at you when you're in the shower. Cool. Sorry. If I could click on the right thing. Cool. All right. Golden Dragon tries to escape the webbing. He's pretty PO'd at this spider as well. But he really, really doesn't. Let's put that on DM dice cam. That's a 1, baby. Yeah. So he fucking fails that miserably. Still, what do you do?
So who's closest to me right now?
You're kind of like next to like Lean was behind a pillar. He's just shot out. Toscobble just vanished, so you don't know where he's gone. And then Klaus is near you as well. So Lean and Klaus are the nearest to you.
Okay. So I'm gonna shout to
They're over
Klaus and kind of, oh, arrows. I'm gonna ask him like what's going on, man? Like, who are you guys? What's happening? Like, just help me figure something out here because I have no clue.
All right, we'll have time to chat later. We're the good guys. Shoot the spider.
Okay, shoot the spiders, right? And he's in action now, and I'm gonna just try and shoot a spider again.
Cool.
With my longbow. So please hit something. Oh.
Wow, that's
No.
you literally rolled that exact same thing 3 times in a row. That is actually kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
You're bound
You're
to
really
hit the
fitting
next
in
thing.
though. So
Yeah, this is like.
consistent.
I
so.
think it's broken. Like, it's just broken. So it's not me.
So Team Friendship kind of like warm to you of each miss as they remember their many misses.
It's like you've been here from day one.
Yeah, you just sort of naturally start to fit in with the group.
I literally just shot one of our guys.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that bad.
Yeah.
Statistically, I have to hit something eventually.
but if you roll 2 every time, is that
Yep.
5.
Two
Every
plus
time I
three,
roll 5.
2+3, 2+3, and you haven't hit
Yeah.
double digits once yet. One day you'll find out that D20 goes up to 20. It's a special day.
Wait, we're meant to roll a d20? No, that was a joke.
Okay. Mishka does nothing except whine at her master. That one's dead. And that one's dead. Okay, yeah. Klaus.
All right, so is something attacking Keslau at the moment?
Yeah, 2 bugbears.
Oh shit!
And he looks like he's bloodied and like stumbling around, like he looks
so
a bit.
he's looking real bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're standing about 20 feet away from you.
Can I? That's too far for me to get over there, isn't it?
No, you can. You can.
Can I?
You can take an action to move. You can move there and do something.
Okay. I would like to move there and attack, and while I'm doing it, also cast Healing Word, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
On Keslau.
Is your spiritual weapon still up?
I kind of assumed that it was out because it lasted for like a minute, and we got
Sure.
like
Yeah,
I think 4 rounds
it's-
or something. So I kind of assumed it was gone.
Cool. Okay. So sorry, as you were saying.
Yeah, so I'm going to run over, hit one of the bugbears with Hugh, and also heal Keslau for, let's see, D4 plus 8. Yeah. Healing him for 9.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to roll attack, which is plus 5. So.
You were doing that against the bugbears.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I don't imagine that hits.
I'm afraid not. No, it doesn't. It kind of glances. What were you doing? Were you hitting it?
Yeah, just trying to smack it with my
It kind of just like glances off its armor.
bells. All right, well, at least I healed the guy. I am also officially out of first level spell slots, so this is about to get very interesting.
Okay, Lean.
Arrows, I've decided I think charge this bugbear and swing it. works for everybody. Long check.
Oh, you're chopping up really bad for me.
Yeah, I'm
trouble
just
hearing.
waiting.
Yeah, it's alright.
So I think you're attacking a bugbear. So where's your roll? I can't see it. Have you rolled against this bugbear?
Working on it, I think.
Oh,
I rolled.
A natural 20.
I guess
you're
that.
getting the rolls today.
I guess that's a hit.
Damn.
Yeah, at the moment I'm only getting 20. Basically the whole thing. My damage, 2d6 plus 2. Do I double this?
Yes.
So is it 4d6?
Yes.
Yeah. 4d6. Nah.
Nice.
Pretty good.
17.
If I
17.
made a lean, mean fighting machine joke, yeah.
You have not.
Well, imagine I did.
Yeah, now's the time.
Okay, so one of the bugbears looks like it's been through it a bit. The other one looks like fine and dandy. Which one did you shoot at?
I'm a big fan of weakest.
Okay, and you shot him with your bow, right?
So this thing I just did was I hit them with a sword. I don't
Okay.
think I've shot a bugbear.
That's
at
fine.
all.
You,
I think someone
you-
else might have done.
You were choppy during that thing, so you may finish this bugbear.
Awesome. I think of him as just screaming and running and genuinely bisecting from shoulder to hip.
Nice. Right, it just sort of slides down like that, and he's dead. You fully get the attention of the bugbear
I've got a
beside you.
bonus action. Bonus action is I have an action surge, push myself beyond my, and I can, by second wind, I can regain hit points.
All the
Okay.
times you're telling us critical information, you go quiet. But if it's something you can just, if it's something you can just do, I'll just sort of nod. Go, yeah.
Excellent. I've restored 8 hit points.
Excellent. Okay, I trust that that was via scrupulous means. All right.
What does that put you on now? Just out of interest.
24.
Okay. The bugbear that is still standing takes aim at you. And what's your AC?
17.
17. So he misses you, or like again, it hits your armor, but it doesn't do the job. You just hard style it out. Kethlau with now renewed vigor goes for the bugbear. Oh, dice cam, check it out. Check it out. That's a 20, baby. That's a 20.
Right,
You're gonna
good.
be so psyched when you see that on the replay. Okay, so that is. Let me just go back to D&D Beyond. So that's 2d4 plus 5, or 2d4 plus 10, I would say. So let's do that. Plus 10. So that's 13 damage he does, and then he uses 1 point of key energy. His chakras overflow. And he makes 2 more unarmored strikes. So I'm not going to put the critical on those, but I'm just going to assume that the roll that I did was fine before to hit. So 2d8, no, 2d4 plus 10 again. So yeah, so Kethlau like basically takes the opportunity and just like roars out, and you can actually see the chakras kind of start to swarm around him. And he charges the bugbear and kind of spins around in like a 360, and then just lariats him so hard that he decapitates him. And like the neck of the bugbear just like kind of explodes. And then his head just goes like flying off and just splats against the wall. Keflau goes Super Saiyan on that bastard's ass. So he's dead.
Nice.
That's how you do it. I'll just remember that he's dead actually. Okay. Cool. Doppelganger starts to see that things aren't going his way. So instead of trying to attack the downed Gundren, he decides to flee and starts to leg it away. However, this provokes an opportunity attack from Lean, who he has to run past. So have a go, Lean. Take a free swing at this bad boy.
$12 give me anything?
I'm afraid not. So you take a swing and a miss. You weren't expecting him to run. You react pretty quickly, but you don't manage to hit him. In fact, he slightly morphs as he goes past you into a smaller form. And so he kind of scuffles away in a kind of weird quadrupedal fashion. Gully.
So he's heading this way, yeah? East.
Yeah, he's heading kind of out of the room from whence he came.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and cook him as he goes, if that's alright. So, I'll just blast him, please.
You may, as you also nicely.
Thank you.
Well, you can try.
Yeah. Sorry.
Try harder.
Yeah, the Eldritch Blast just goes and just sort of smashes around him. And he continues to kind of run in this weird, fucked up by quadrupedal form.
Can I shoot the loo? Oh.
You just go for it. Just leave. Alright. Giant spider in the ceiling does a thing. But you don't see that thing happening. Toss Cobble.
Yeah, I'll keep going at the spider that's he's still on the ground, isn't he?
There is a spider on the ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide. Yeah, so I'll try to keep my hidden as my bonus action.
Okay, so you revealed yourself last time to take a shot, right?
Yeah.
So you need to re-hide.
I can try that. Hang on. Mm, 21.
Yeah, that works.
Magic. Yeah, and then keep going with the arrows. Just try to shoot him in the back, essentially, and save that wrestler dude who I tried to trip up in the previous episode.
Yeah. But it was all in good fun at that point.
It's all in good fun, exactly. I've warmed him. So, yeah. 15.
Is a hit.
Hey, fantastic. All right, and lots of damage. Is 12 damage.
Finish him.
Alright.
So I shoot him from behind, so I guess it just goes kind of straight through the body and just out the front of his face. Completely splattering his eyeballs against the wall.
Cool. So, yes, with that, a spider goes down and Brynlau is kind of free to sort of wiggle his way out. As a doppelganger runs past you all, well, actually, Syl, you may do something.
Are we out of spiders?
No, there's a spider left.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot that spider. Or try to. If I get a 5, can someone kill me, please? What?
Okay, that's like
Aw.
that's unreal. That's like 4 2s in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
testing purposes, you want to
Just do it
Roll
again.
that again.
Did you
roll
not
that a couple
yeah.
more times just to check there's not a bug?
No, it's changed now, so like, yeah. Oh my god!
Okay,
I
well,
love how you rolled a 1. Right, okay, you've got them out your system.
okay, now.
I just rolled a 19 after that one. A 16, sorry.
Well,
Oh,
at least we know the dice are changing.
yeah.
Okay. So the arrow,
Missing the
the arrow
bastard
goes,
spiders, though.
the arrow flies past the spider who was otherwise engaged in its activity. You hear a gut-wrenching, cracking sound, and hear something falling through the air and thud onto the ground. As you look up at the spider, you can see it's swallowing half of the severed torso of Ogden. And the other half of Ogden's just hit the floor.
Well, shit.
What you get for not being here, I guess.
No, I did rolls.
So Ogden's dead.
Ogden is currently split in half.
And half is being eaten by a spider.
Yep.
No, it was the cat, it wasn't Ogden, I swear. Oh god, that was bad timing.
That's
Wait,
fine.
I got an idea.
Should we try and stop the spider, just for the sake of the argument, stop the spider eating the rest of it? Just so, it was a crazy idea.
So Mishka runs over to the corpse of, well, half the corpse of Ogden, and just starts whining and kind of pawing at the half of Ogden that's still not currently being nommed. Klaus.
Well, I guess I spend the turn mourning my dead friend. Yeah, I don't have anything that can deal with that, so he's dead.
Just in
Awesome.
case everyone's really fucked off
Is
with me, remember this is D&D, okay?
No.
I'm just
Is
saying.
there like any way I can take a turn out of sequence, like a free action or something?
Depends what you want to do.
I want to use the jar to see if I can grab Ogden's soul.
It doesn't really work that way.
Mishka died and we saved her. with
Well,
the
yeah,
jar.
so there was a druid that helped you with that situation. That's not to say a druid couldn't help you with the situation you're in now. So, like, you're right to be a bit like upset about this all, but like, just stay with it, all right?
Could I chuck it? Could I try to get the jar to Gully, being our magic user? He might be able to do something with it.
Okay, but you have to make a
Have I got to make a catching roll?
you got to make a dexterity save if you're throwing it.
I would recommend against that.
No, I can't handle the dog dying as well.
All right.
Oh god! All right, I'll keep
Klaus,
hold of it. I'll keep hold of it.
it's still your go.
I'm-
I'll keep hold of it.
Can I see the doppelganger still?
It's
Yeah.
it's running out, but you have an opportunity to attack it.
Okay. Melee range, or do I need to use range?
Yeah, it has to run like past you to get out of
Okay.
the room. It's just like
In that
really
case-
hoofing it.
I will try to whack it with Hugh, I guess. And yeah, I need to get another level because I might have something that might help. All right. Plus 5. Come on. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Hooray! All right. 1d8 plus 3. The damage hasn't been great this game, so we'll see. Nine.
9. Yeah, like you you twat it as it comes by. Did you hit this with Hugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you like cut off one of its limbs. The kind of like it goes from a kind of quadruped into a tripede, and like still continues to kind of hobble away, but it's like really looking super close to death. Kip decides to take aim to see if he can
So
hit
I'll
it.
use a bonus action to say a quiet prayer to my god.
Okay. Kip, shut up. Kip hits it, and Kip kills the doppelganger. Pins it to the wall.
Excellent.
Shut up. Lean. There's only really one foe left in the room.
This is the spider, right?
This is the spider. He's currently having Ogden sandwiches, Ogden stew, I don't know, Ogden legs.
I'm going to.
I look how upset
Yeah.
Nick looks at me.
You're gonna have a fun time explaining this to Ronnie.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot it in at least one of its eyes. For 15.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Excellent. And for damage, that will be 9.
All right. It coughs up a bit of Ogden flesh.
Excellent. So if we keep doing that, we get all of Ogden,
Yeah.
which I feel like is step 1 of whatever the next are.
It's magic glue.
Stitch them back together, it'll be fine.
Okay. Keflau, pretty pumped at killing the bugbears, but pretty pissed off that his favourite half orc brother's just been split in half. Also takes a punt at the spider and hits him for 7. And spends another key to do a flurry of blows. So he does another 10, 15. So Keflau kind of just jumps super high in the air and comes like just crashing down with a big axe handle and crushes the spider into the ground, and it's dead and coughs up the rest of Ogden onto the floor, and spider guts and all those sorts of things are strewn across the ground. There are no more enemies in the room. Gundren gets to his feet and kind of hobbles over to you, Klaus, and says, "And thank you, cousin, and I'm sorry for your loss."
Thank you, and I'm sorry for the loss of your brother as well. It's been a bitter victory for us all. And I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing for everybody. So the ones that are still alive can get 2d8 plus 8 healing. We're going to do that now.
Cool. Sil, this is an excellent opportunity to find out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. So like, who the fuck are those guys? who the fuck are you guys? What is going on? The last time I checked, there were just some spiders, and they hung me from the ceiling, and now all fucking hell's breaking loose around me, and what is going on? Like, there's a guy in half on the floor. What's happening? Someone please tell me something.
These are all excellent
Well-
questions.
Anyone?
Well, that was Black Spider. I believe he was a bad guy. So the drow we killed. We're here to liberate Echo Cave from his evil deeds, and that's kind of the primary reason we're here. And then, who are you? What is your name? Hello, I'm Klaus, by the way.
Hi, Klaus. Thanks for the direction back then as well. That was really helpful, even though I didn't do anything.
Thanks for the effort. I
yeah,
saw you were
I
aiming for
tried.
the right thing, at least.
My name's Sil. I'm trying to be a ranger, but as you can tell, it's going well for me.
Might need to work on that archery a little bit, I think.
Funnily enough, that was the plan. I wasn't expecting to be in the middle of some crazy pitched battle, like, straight away, but hey ho, that's what you get for chasing giant spiders down holes, I suppose.
Well, you stick with us, and I'm sure Lean will show you the ropes. He seemed to be pretty good in that last fight.
Possibly.
As you converse, you hear Kettle Owl, the Iron Dragon, go, "No, baby Hawk, why?" And he's kind of like cradling the upper half of Ogden. Golden Dragon's kind of getting himself out of the webbing and also looks sullen at what's going on. Kip's starting a fire and just sort of trying to cook bits of the spider, and like just sort of having a bit of a look around if there's anything else interesting in the room.
I walk over to the lower half of Ogden and take my poison back.
Dan, if I suspected some sort of
What a dick!
well, you know, he's still got pockets.
I'm not using it.
I'm also of the mind that he's also wearing about $2,000 worth of equipment.
It's only £1. It's only £1 now.
Dan, if I suspected some sort of doppelganger shenanigans, seeing as we just saw one and I've tangled one before, would I roll perception, arcana? How would I?
So you suspect
would
that that Ogden's body is actually a ruse and doppelganger, assuming the form of that. That's what you?
Well, that's perhaps I'm clutching at straws. That's my last hope. But
yeah. So you can roll. Yeah, roll perception to see if you can.
I would also like to roll medicine just to make sure. Like, I mean, it seems so much obvious, but
You have to
this is
roll.
also...
Yeah, you have to roll a natural 41.
No, not to heal, but to find out like if there's anything. Because like,
I think he's dead.
no, I understand that.
Roll
It's
it.
also a world where there are fucking dragons, so maybe we can bring people back to life. Ironically, at level 5, if I was level 5, I could learn Raise Dead, but I'm not level 5, so
You are level 5. You are level 5 now.
okay, well, I can instantaneously cast Raise Dead.
So Gully, Toss Cobble, and you, Klaus, have hit level 5. Lean hits level 4, and Sil hits level 2. In fact, you hit level 3, Sil. That was a pretty fucking epic encounter to live
I
through.
got that for nothing. Yay.
You were there.
Congrats, everyone.
Hold on.
Vicarious.
I rolled an 18 on my perception.
Okay, yeah, you look it over and you don't see any kind of telltale signs for doppelgangery type things. Yeah, you're pretty sure that is the that is your friend that's dead in front of you. Medicine wise, you can tell. Did you roll for it?
No, I can't do it. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, give me a second here.
Whilst this is going on, I kind of look around the room for some kind of insect or slug that I can trap in an empty vial.
Let's just say, if I were to know something, that roll should have done it, because that's a nat 20 plus 6.
Okay.
He seems to be in half.
He's losing blood from somewhere.
So to be fair, I don't think raised dead actually works, because the body needs to be in such a shape that.
No. But you have heard of other ways to bring the souls of the dead back to this world. Due to your medical knowledge, magic is a very real factor of the world. It's as much a part of the science of medicine as is, triage and, all those kinds of things. So you're well educated in kind of, what you can do. But you've also heard that the druids can reincarnate the souls of fallen compadres. And you don't need a full body to do it. You just need a piece of them. And that there is a piece of Ogden.
Okay.
If you only knew a druid.
We do know a druid. He's currently tied to a tree outside, I think, in the form of a horse.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ride off the
You're
druid.
hit.
Ride off the druid is nearby.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at a couple of spells. Turns out at level 3 I get shitloads of stuff. I can animate dead, which is good fun. I can talk to the dead.
Well, so we can just fuck with him now he's dead.
Yeah, we can like, yeah, if something
So
died.
I'm gonna just for the sake of fun. I've been trying to kill Ogden this game because I wanted you to consider the option of reincarnate. I'm going to read you the spell. You touch a dead humanoid or piece of dead humanoid. Provided that creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new adult body for it, and then calls the soul to enter that body. If the target soul isn't free or willing to do so, the spell fails. So that's down to Ronnie. The magic fashions a new body for the creature to inhabit, which likely causes the creature's race to change. The DM rolls a D100 and consults the following table to determine what form the creature takes when restored to life, or the DM chooses a form.
Nice, excellent. Yeah, because
we need like 1,000 gold pieces worth of stuff to do it though.
That's not actually too far out of the realm. We have like quite a lot still, I think, left from last time around.
On the topic of thousands of gold pieces, is it worth searching this?
I think it probably is.
Like, obviously, we will get to the dead guy.
Yeah, I mean,
We've got 10 days though, right? So the clock time's on our side. We might as well.
I think there was something I could do as well that would like stop them from rotting away when I get to find it.
Also, my character's not a talker, but he's not taking this well. This is girl, he's struggling with what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone's pretty sad.
I'm very shocked.
I don't know who any of you are, so but if we're searching, I'm gonna take a minute and get half my arrows back because I can do that apparently according to this thing.
Cool. Yeah. So the 3 that half of your total arrows, or half of the ones you expelled.
At the end of the battle, you can recover half your expended ammunition by taking a minute to search the battlefield.
Okay, so
I shot
you
3.
shot 3. So we round down, so you get 1 back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lean's taking a similar action and would like to roll to general search, see what was on the body of Black Spider.
Okay, so Black Spider's staff is like there. I'll read you that bit in a moment.
Okay. Currently on the way the thing is arranged, you're stood up. It looks like Kirsty's head is on your body.
Amazing.
He should be so lucky.
Like this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, so you explore the room, you find a sack containing 190 EP, which is like emerald points. So or whatever. Pieces, emerald pieces.
Right.
130 gold pieces, 15 something.
What the hell's emerald pieces? I don't even have it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like the greater denomination of gold, like it's the one above gold, so it's like
But
pretty
there's
valuable.
platinum. Platinum is above gold, I thought.
Oh, so we've got 15 platinum
Do
pieces.
you mean Electrum?
It just
not
says
emerald?
it just says EP. I just assumed it was emeralds.
That's Electrum.
Yeah.
So that's between silver and gold.
Oh, my bad. So 190
So
of those.
one Electrum is worth half a gold point.
190 of those?
Yeah. You got 15 platinum pieces. So how much are those worth?
Yeah, they're quite a bit. Yeah.
9 small
adding those to make it
gemstones worth 10 GP. A dwarven ale mug made of hammered electrum, so that's worth 100 gold pieces. Yeah, and you find the black spider's staff. What does that do? Well, let me tell you. Can I tell you? I just fucking had it here a minute ago. Yeah, here we go. Spider staff. The top of this black adamantine staff is shaped like a spider. The staff weighs 6 pounds. You must be attuned to the staff to gain its benefits and cast its spells. The staff can be wielded as a quarterstaff. It deals 1d6 extra poison damage on a hit when used to make a weapon attack. The staff has 10 charges, which are used to fuel the spells within. With the staff in hand, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells from the staff. If it's one of your spells, spider climb or web. No components are required.
Spider climb, yeah.
Yeah, they sound like they might be a bit warlocky.
I think it would probably be like a what was who did this with one go? Right at the beginning.
Huh?
Isn't there another class? Oh, wait. It's an artificer spell. Who are they?
I think it's just the class of magician, isn't it? Artificer.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds about right. So basically, if you don't have those in your spell table, then you can't use it. Gully, you're the only one with a shot at being able to use it.
So was it spider climb? Yeah.
Spider climb or web.
Spider worm. They sound like dance moves. Sorry.
Do the spider
Hey
climb.
Dan, Dan, has enough time passed for me to use the jar again?
So no, you need to wait a day.
No,
Here we go. I found the skill I was looking for. It's called Gentle Repose. It's a level 2 thing. I touch a corpse or other remains. For the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead. So I do that. So without having this knowledge necessarily about the druid or having an assumption that he might be able to help, I'm still going to cast
You
this.
know,
So that...
you know of the spell, and you know druids can cast it.
Okay.
And you know Rhinos is a druid.
Okay.
So you're gonna pick on
Right.
Ronnie.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm gonna brine him
Beautiful.
just to make sure that he's a bit fresher.
In regards to the stuff, I think I can use this stuff, but I don't really understand. Can we shelf the decision about where that goes?
Yeah, I'll look up your spell table and
Can
I'll
I-
tell you if you
yeah,
can or not. Take it with you anyway. There's no reason not to.
No, well, unless someone else wants it.
Well, just keep it on the party, but no one else can use it. That's
Right.
for sure.
Sure.
But it does do the poison damage deal, so it could be useful as a melee weapon, if not as a magical weapon.
Right.
Cool. So I mean, you've felled like Nezar the Black Spider. The accomplishment feels somewhat hollow because of the loss of your friend in the process. When some time has passed, Gundren takes you aside, Klaus, and explains that whilst he's deeply sorry for the loss of Ogden and certainly of his brother and your cousin, that it was the will of you all to fully explore this cave, and there's much more of it to be seen. That restoring the Spellforge and prosperity to Foundland is still his agenda. He fully understands if you can't be a part of that anymore, if you need to take the time to bereave your friend or deal with that, but he's gonna move forward the Golden Dynamo brothers explain to you that they, took a kicking and they're used to, a life of theatrics and things like that. They thank you for the opportunity to taste real adventure, but they need to take some time to heal their wounds and take stock. They're not as unbeatable as they once thought they were. So the Golden Dynamo brothers take their leave. Kip hangs about and he's just basically making provisions out of dead stuff. He exclaims to you that he's never tasted doppelganger before, and starts kind of looking through his little recipe book for like a gumbo or something that he can make out of the bits of it that are still hanging around.
All right,
So-
I can make it very, very clear to Kip that he's not to eat Ogden.
Okay.
Ogden
Yeah,
is
you kind of
inedible.
have this moment like you realise that Kip had various bits of Ogden about him, and you're like kind of put it down, and he kind of like goes, oh, okay, and he puts one down, and you're like, yeah, come on, keep it coming, and he gets another bit of him out and like drops that, and you're like, come on, and the other one, and he kind of like pulls a bit of bone out of his boot, and drops it on the floor, and then he sort of like goes back to carving up Spider.
Excellent. All right.
Can I sulk off to the corner and start just shooting down all of the little spider things, looking for Ogden? I still don't believe.
Sure, okay.
I still think he's over
Yeah, so for the next sort of hour, you shoot, I guess Eldritch blasts at the overhanging sacks. In the remaining ones, all you find is more death. Long deceased orcs and dwarves that the spiders had made their dinner, or were making their dinner.
That was a good call, by the way, shooting at the webs. We got people back.
Well, one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
You got
I
an
just
extra
feel like
person.
such a schmuck for not working out.
Don't count me out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you nice to pill, but carry on, boys.
I suggest we have a long rest regardless. That is indeed doable.
Not whilst you're still in Wayveka Cave.
Okay, well, there's no point in me carrying on. I have like no spell slots. Like if this was just a taste of things to come, like we have to regroup, and I would like to. I'd like to see if we can bring Ogden back, or at least bury him according to his faith, before returning. And I would strongly recommend that to Gundren as well. That rather than venturing on right now, we need to have like a little bit of time to, rest and heal up.
Yeah, Gundren's cool with it. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
Looking at the map, it looks like we could barricade for a little while. Be able to defend us.
I mean, you could. There's still the chance of something coming across where you are, and that would become an encounter. Yeah, you would have barricades, etc. But I
feel like we've gotten rid of like the biggest kind of evil, and everything else that's here is probably settled here, and it counts it as a home. So I don't think we're under any risk of things going walkabout if we take a step away for a bit and then come back.
We could just camp up just outside, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
The druid should just be there, so he can tell
We
us.
can at least find out what we need to do.
Yeah.
Which bit of Ogden are we taking with us?
Yeah, we only need a small bit, right? So...
I insist on taking the whole thing.
Well, yeah, like his upper torso.
I'm not carrying him. That's gotta stink.
His upper torso is intact. His sort of bottom half was chewed and in various pieces. So, yeah, you can gather it all up if you want. That's your call. But yeah, that's the state of affairs.
Well, what do I? Hang on, tell you what. I will do. What should I do? It's a religion check to see like what would his kind of faith be okay with.
Okay.
Of like Do they like cremate their dead? Do they bury them? Because even if we do resurrect him, he might want to do something to the body. That's 12. I have no idea because he was trying to go to that altar back in town.
I think he was just trying to get laid. Okay. Had Ogden ever talked to you about his faith?
Well, we shared a brief moment of conversation about it when he was about to be re-zombified.
Did he tell
And
you
he
what who his god was?
He might have done. I can't remember honestly. Like as a person.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can't really remember the specifics of who his deity was for some reason, despite being of a religious order and stuff like that. It wasn't something that Ogden really ever spoke about. He seemed more interested in his dog most of the time. So you can't really get a read on it.
All right. In that case, I will err on the side of caution and take as much of him as I can.
Does Miska speak at all?
No, she just sort of makes kind of like, I mean, just imagine you put the soul of a dog into a man. Like, why would it suddenly be able to talk? It wouldn't have the intelligence. It's got new motor skills in its jaw and stuff like that, so it can make sounds it wasn't used to. But the understanding of language, stuff like that, it just makes kind of strange, yowly type sounds.
No, so we can't do like, what's that lassie? He wants to be cremated and right here.
No.
No, okay. Well, sure.
So what do we do with the dog then?
Well, the dog's kind of sticking to Gulliver for now. Well, I say dog. Man in dog in man body. Still, what are you doing right now? Some time has passed. If you were gonna make an exit, you would be able to do so now. Perhaps you decide you want to kind of stick around with these guys. Like, where's your head at?
See, like,
Yeah, I guess I would have a conversation with her as well to find out what she was doing here.
How
Like,
did you
what
get
is
in the
her
cave?
motivation?
There's something about chasing a spider. Like,
yeah. So
people got hobbies.
I heard that there were these big giant spiders near Phandelver, and I've been like sort of training for a while, and thought I could handle it on my own, and followed them in here, and then sort of that big ugly drow got the best of me, got the drop on me, kind of thought, hey, you can be some spider chow. But yeah, I'm kind of just trying to gauge whether or not like I can make it out of here on my own. Should I just stick with these guys? Like, I'm naturally kind of like leery of them, just because I'm naturally leery of everybody. But like, I'm trying to figure out what my move should be. Like, should I try and slink out, or am I just gonna end up like in another spider's web without like a bunch of randos to save me? So I can't. I'm kind of frozen in like indecision at the moment. They're kind of ignoring me and dealing with this half guy, so I'm just letting him go on with that while I have a think.
He was a half orc, so I don't know if he's now all orc or all human. Like,
Yeah, which half?
Quarter
Yeah.
orc.
Yeah, he's a quarter breed now.
He's a quarter orc. I'm kind of tending towards like slinking away just because they're kind of doing their own thing. They seem kind of preoccupied. I don't know like how much use they're going to be to me while they're kind of all mourning and shit. So
as you start to think that might be the best course of action for yourself, the group kind of starts to get their shit together. And Klaus
they
approaches
remember that
you.
the world exists outside.
Yeah,
Good.
they've gotten over mourning for now.
That was quick.
Klaus approaches you to kind of explain what's going down, having just kind of remembered you're there.
Right, indeed. I can offer you the same thing I've offered everybody who's joined kind of our party is If you want to be a part of this, you can be a part of this. It's equal shares for everything we find. And the only thing I ask is if you commit to this party, we will commit to you. But I ask that you do not leave a man behind and you do not run away from a fight. We look out for each other. And in this case, we're currently looking out for one of our fallen brethren, and we're going to do everything in our power to try to bring him back. And I assure you, this is something we would do for you as well if you were to join up.
Gully kind of looks at Toss Cobble when you say the whole like don't run away from a fight thing, and Toss Cobble just kind of looks at his feet.
It's a new rule. Like it's.
Oh right.
We didn't used to have to. Exactly. We didn't used to have to say it out loud.
I just got paid. If I knew there were ground rules.
Exactly. They've moved from guidelines into rules now.
Like, I think you guys are probably my best bet of getting out of here alive. So we'll see. I'll kind of stick with you for now, and we'll see how we go, I suppose.
All right.
Yeah.
I can accept that.
I'm not gonna blindly go, yeah, like I'm with you, but we'll see.
I sort of look around at the group and see if there's like nodding heads or what sort of inquisitively look backwards to see if anybody has anything to add or say about this.
I'm just sort of idly turning the jar over in my hand, not really paying that much attention.
Do you accept the random ceiling elf?
Okay, so what's your move, guys? I
look up and I kind of think, so how wealthy does she look?
Not very. Piss off.
Do you reckon she'll carry his leg?
Yeah, all her clothes look like she made them herself.
No, I'm quite busy playing with what's his name? Pill.
Mishka. It's Mishka.
It's
Pill's,
Mishka, sure,
Pill's
Mishka.
soul's in the jar.
Sure.
Yeah, at some point we probably need to explain that to Syl as well.
Yeah. But I grunt to welcome, but I'm not.
Yeah, what's with the dog man? That's the. Obviously, I know what's with the dog man, but Klaus wanted to explain it, so I thought I'd segue.
Well, to you, he's not a dog man. It's just a man.
A man that's acting like a dog, ergo a dog man.
Well, I wouldn't say it was overtly dog-like. All you can tell is that he has the
He's barking.
appearance of a simpleton. No, he wasn't barking. He was making a kind of man-shouty sound, just shouting at the ceiling. So I don't know.
Okay.
You can roll intelligence if you like, and I'll tell you if you know it's a dog. But it's not so instinctual that you can just know.
Okay.
Isn't she like a ranger? So she would like.
She would know what a dog looks like for sure, but it's just that I'm just saying you could just
No!
You could just tell
I'm gonna
her.
roll it.
All right, let's see if we can.
What's with the guy that's slobbering on that guy? What's happening there? Is that like, are they like a thing? Are they a unit?
We don't judge in this group.
There's a lot of drooling happening there. It's making me a little uncomfortable.
Okay, make your roll.
Oh shit! Right. Is that just intelligence or is that?
Yeah, intelligence.
I have a +0 on that one, so that's
Just a flat D20 then.
yeah. Oh, the first one was 3.
Yeah, you've got. No,
I do good.
You've got no fucking idea that this is a dog trapped in a man's body.
I'm sensing a trend. It wasn't a 5. So.
You shouldn't feel too bad about it. Like it's not a natural like thought process. I think you just reside to the fact that, this individual's a simpleton.
Can I?
As such.
Does
Can I not
it
just
have animal handling? And if so, does that work? What does it do?
I have a +2 on animal handling.
It can be used to sort of coerce the behaviours of animals, and if you were to try and get Mishka to do something, knowing that Mishka was a dog in a man's
Yeah,
body,
I'd have to know it was a dog first.
but you don't know
explain.
that.
One of us will explain it.
Just do it. Role play it.
No, it's just this is our compatriot Mishka. He was very close to
Okay,
Ogden,
Mishka's a dude.
so he's very upset.
Okay.
And there's a longer backstory, but don't worry about it. He's very friendly. All right.
But why is he drooling?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, thanks. You're so helpful.
Whilst this is
Having
go-
second thoughts about coming with you guys now.
Yeah, I don't want our new recruit to know that she might end up in a jar or in a in some or foreign body. So maybe don't want to scare her off.
whilst this is going on, could I take one of my empty healing potion vials and find like a slug or some kind of insect to just drop in there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you find like
Cool.
a centipede.
Brilliant. I'll just drop them in there, put the stopper back in,
Cool.
and decide to save them for later.
Alright, it dies of asphyxiation.
It's a breathable corpse.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's got a bit of air in there.
So yeah, I suggest that we
There are
drag-
traces of poison in there, so I'll see how I feel at the time.
It's a healing potion. It'd be like a.
Oh,
super
healing potion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it grows
Yeah.
100 extra legs.
potion.
Cool. Sorry, Klaus, you were describing.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that we go outside with the bits and bobs of Ogden, talk to the druid, have a rest, and then decide on the next course of action.
Okay. So you trace your steps back out of Wave Echo Cave and come out into the open. You blink as your eyes have adjusted to the darkness of, being underground for some time. As you blink through, you see the old man right off sitting on a rock, meditating in the sun. He casts eyes on you and immediately sees the torso of Ogden, and kind of like leaps to attention and says like, "Thank God I didn't leave. What happened to your friend?"
Spiders.
They must have been pretty big spiders.
They accurate. They were very big spiders, and they unfortunately ate our friend before we could come to his aid. I would like to know if there's anything we can do.
It is within my power to help for sure.
Wicked.
I'm afraid I can't offer this service for free. There are expensive items I'll need in order to perform this ritual, but if you hand me a piece of his body, I don't need the whole thing. I can take him, gather the components I need, and restore him anew.
I will gladly pay any price to bring my friend back.
He's got about 1,000 gold worth of armor on him. Could you not just sell that?
If that's what you want, I could try.
How much does it cost? What does he need?
It costs about 1,000.
He needs about
Cool.
1,000 gold
For the
pieces. The armor
standard.
was about 1,500.
Yeah, the armor should cover it, and nobody else can wear it.
If he comes back as a halfling, he can't wear it either. So we should
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
log it.
Is that how that works?
So
yeah, well, fine.
okay, so
Yeah.
you hand over so right off transforms into like a bear, and you strap like Ogden's well, I don't know, like you either give him the whole torso or you like cut off an arm. You give that to him. Like he doesn't need the full thing. But anyway, you exchange what you need to exchange. You give him the gold and rides off into the distance to resurrect Ogden. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Good work, everybody.
We're done.
So yeah, welcome to the party, Sil.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
That was an action-packed episode. And
I feel like I did really badly, so I'm sorry.
it's fine. No,
Again,
like
you've listened to the other podcasts. You know how we operate. So
So yeah, so for next time, we need to consider, like, obviously, Gurley, Tosca. Well, all of you are a new power level now. So there are new skills and things like that. You need to decide what happens next for the party. Like, you've accomplished some of what you set out to do. Like, Toscobble has pill over a barrel, so to speak. You've defeated the Black Spider. The rest of Wave Echo Cave does need to be traversed and explored and things like that, but your days in Phandalin or needing to be in Phandalin are coming to an end. I guess the big questions are what's going to happen to Ogden. Will the druid be able to resurrect him? If he does, what form will he come back in? And how will that play out? So we'll find out the answers to those questions and more next time on Team Friendship.